Can you?
Yo,
How you
yo,
doing?
yo,
Now?
yo, yo.
You good?
Yeah, I'm hearing you great. You hearing me?
Yeah, you're kind of a little bit low. Let me touch you up a little bit. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, man, I hear you good, man.
The man is a producer. He's an engineer. He's a technical director. He's everything now. Singer, DJ, everything in one. Can you, Ellis? So you need so welcome, welcome, welcome,
I
man.
am wonderful. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yes, man. Welcome, welcome to the Island Mix. We know you have a single out, and we're not gonna go there yet. But so how you doing? How you doing, man?
I
Yeah, we can hear it now. You tell you I can hear everything come up now. Yeah.
yeah, I am a little bit under the weather, kind of a thing. I was away and then I came back to a house full of all kinds of things, and so obviously I'm next in line, so I don't have much voice and things,
All
but
right,
it's
don't
great.
cough. I don't want anything to catch me on this side of
No,
that.
you know, I catch you. It's really just a stuffiness and cold.
Which part of the world, before you tell us a little bit about yourself, but which part of the world are you now?
Well, I'm back in the US. I was in Jamaica. I was in Jamaica. It was for Reggae Month. Can you believe it? It was amazing. And so had a quick trip and had to deal with some things and end up, once you're there, you just have to soak up
Mhm.
everything that's happening. You have to do the checklist. You have to get the patties. You have to get the KFC.
Yeah.
You have to go Crossroads. You have to go Stedman for all who know what
You
that
have to look at Bob Marley statue.
yeah, you have to go Orchard
Come
you know,
on, man, let me get jealous now, man.
and
Come
end up
on, man. I have to go
these
down
are one
there,
party if you hear the vibes and thing. And
man.
so I did that, and so it was a quick in and out, and so now I'm back. I'm back in
Mhm.
the US. So we're on the East Coast.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Uh,
Um, before, yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself because really, I don't know you.
you don't know me if I know it.
No, no, probably heard of you, but
Yeah, that's how we are,
this
man.
is why this is the person talking to you. I don't have a clue,
Yeah.
man.
It's wonderful, it's
Yeah.
wonderful that
Mhm.
we get to connect this way and through mutual connections and syndicated connections and
Mhm, mhm.
excuse me, and things like that.
Yeah.
Your
Through the power of
listeners,
music, we come
I
together.
I don't know your listeners, and
Mhm.
I wouldn't say I often listen to your program, but I know of it. You will see things go through, and we kind of,
Yeah.
either prips are real or see
Well,
kind of things
they,
going
they
on.
listen to you because we connected to GL365 same way, just
Yeah,
as so
yeah,
when you once
so
you're
we're
on,
one family.
yeah, one family, so
Yeah,
you're no stranger.
so yeah, so it's good that I'm on your platform and you
Mhm.
get to know about me and your listeners get to know about me, and I get to share a little bit about me to your listeners, and hopefully they could come and listen to a few things that
Mhm.
I've worked on and working on. And
Yeah.
so Canute Neil Ellis, I am first a child of God. Enough time
Mhm.
ago, we just start talk about what we are
Yeah,
earthly, and we
yeah,
can
yeah,
talk about who we are
yeah.
and
We can't leave out the Christ part out of it at all.
yeah, I did an interview recently, and after everything, and we were all set for the date, they said, "Are you a believer?" Like, what? No, you asked me that.
On a Christian show,
Yeah,
but that's one of the first day.
are you a Christian? Like, yeah. Well, I thought that's what this was all about. So I'm a believer of the Lord our
Mhm.
Jesus Christ, and because of that, I'm sold out, and I decided that I wanted to use my gifts and talents for the kingdom and for the Lord and the Lord's business. So I started out as an audio engineer,
Mhm.
and that morphed into being a producer, and then that morphed into being conceptualizing songs and concepts and writing songs and co-writing songs. Moved to just start doing wide scale production island wide,
Mhm.
whether it's video stuff, print, all of that stuff. The whole gamut of production I've been in, and then moved to the US and then started to do technical directing. We never used to call it that at Jamaica, technical director. That was when you used to just run the sound ministry.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the
You
only
sit
one.
on the mixer board, sit on the mixer board.
Yeah, yeah. But
That's cool.
here it's a full fledged, full on, full time job. And so
Yeah.
I'm a production director. And for the last 20 years, it's been that for large house of worship,
Hmm.
whether it's on the East Coast or otherwise. And seeing the likes of many shows per year and massive congregations
Yeah,
and massive retreats and summits and things like that, concerts. And so that's what I do. And then I also do music as well. So
yeah.
it's kind of intertwined.
It's music anyway you take it.
Yeah,
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 it's music.
yeah.
You're not on the singing side, right?
I do. And here's the thing, my good friend and production partner, and so many other things. My brother, Craig McDonald, always,
Yeah.
be at me like, why you don't sing or why you don't put your voice on the songs and so
Hmm.
on and stuff. Like even the most recent one I released, him like, why you wait till the end for just put your thing? And I'm like, how I don't want to be seen, and people would be like, well, that's kind of like opposite of what, because we just keep seeing your name and what that is. If you don't sing, what that means.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing, and we could get into that. um I don't feel like if I don't need to sing, I don't feel like I
Yeah.
should just because I should.
Yeah.
You know what
You
I
have
mean?
to.
He
You know.
calls for it. Like we did this song Silver Lining. Samantha and I, we were in Barbados in the pandemic, and we were driving on the street on the day we were allowed to drive down the street.
Uh-huh.
And she started singing this song, just singing this melody and mumbling and stuff. And so anyway, we did the song called Silver Lining, and I sang on that song, and Craig laughed at me because I'm like, you mix your voice out of the song. It's like you turn it down so low. Part of it I don't like hearing my voice, and so I'm on a couple songs. I'm on Blessed with Next Change. I'm on Back to Me with Adam King. There's so many other songs, but
Mhm.
um I feel whatever the arrangement, the production is called for, that's what we should give.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what. Yeah, you don't want to overdo anything, and
I
you
don't
work
want
in the areas where you know think it's necessary.
Yeah, I don't need to do it just because I can.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's good. It's good. It's good, man. It's good. You work with a lot of talent. I know that you work with a lot of. How do you um like pick out someone when they had a good talent? How do you approach it? Like if
That's a really
uh
good one. It often just happen organically, or it happens where I go, or I start praying, Lord, help me to find so and so or
Mhm.
somebody like so and so. And it will either just happen, or sometime, like in the case of now, I am really like, it's so humbling, DJC.
Yeah,
It's so humbling now. Like I'm cold calling and DMing people like, hey, I love your music, and it hurt and it painful when you see them, even see a message, them read it and them don't respond.
we see reaching out to them before they even say anything to you.
Yeah, and so now, like, and this is, I think God is bringing me on this humility trail, to the
Mhm.
point where it goes, forget yourself, forget about who you are, like in the industry and what you bring, or who and all this thing. It's like, just reach out to people and and I'm not big on, hey, I'm Canute, I'm Grammy nominated, I've worked so and
Mhm.
so and so, and I could do this and that and that. Like, I don't lead with those things, and I think sometimes, like, I feel like a couple of people know them kind of things to me, I don't know, buddy. They kind of like give me the runaround, and I'm like, okay.
You
you
just keep it.
and my main thing is to reaching out to people and to collaborating with people. It's huge. It's always, that's like the core of how I started, was really to come alongside somebody, and
Mhm.
mainly because I was big on quality control from the inception. I started in audio 27 years ago, right? And most people, they'll tell you, they sound off the mix good, or
Yeah.
the people will love it anyway. And I would beg to differ like 1,000%. And they'll be, like, wondering how they don't make it past a certain threshold, or they only make it on the island and they don't make it internationally. And
Mhm.
that's some of the things that we were kind of like back and forth on talking about production. It's like, you don't have that international.
touch.
jazz or that
Yeah,
that thing. And most of our Caribbean people, they're lacking that. And
they're good. Okay, they're okay locally, but
yeah,
they're not. They don't have the international touch at all.
yeah, yeah. And people would say, what qualify you to even say that? Who you think you are? Your thing is, it's like, I'm an expert in this area, and I've rubbed shoulders with some of the biggest and best names,
Yeah,
and sit in some rooms, some places like I signed NDA. I can't even say I was in there. Like, I can't even say I know what's coming out. This past Grammy, it's like I've seen like some new acts come and they're getting stuff, and I'm smiling. I'm like, I heard those songs way before. Like, I was on this small group of people that would say, "Hey, listen to this and tell me what you think." And that's the thing. If you're listening, wondering how can I level up my game, most of these people internationally, whether it's secular or gospel, they have focus groups or a group that will listen to their thing and kind of give their feedback. And it's constructive criticism, and it's not everybody that says turn up the hi at 5 dB or turn down the bass or whatever. They
mm,
will just keep doing all of that stuff. But things, and so what we see most times in our Caribbean things is pops and crackles, or buzz, and some of these things that will trigger certain things on terrestrial radio that people won't play it. Or your thing just is not this massive, huge sounding thing that when they put on X, that's X
that's
Chinese
it.
thing, and put on your stuff, it's like so thin. And then they wonder, well, how come you not play my something, but you play that person something? It's because they spent the extra
It's
hours or
been
the
time and work on it.
time to do that. And so, like I said, I started out that way, and then that's always been the core for me. So going to collaborating people, it's always seeing how we can level up their sound. Also improving mine, also always just trying to keep going and see what's new, what's cutting edge. Always trying to study. Okay, now there's spatial audio, and there's Atmos, and then there's there's a whole different. Now I'm starting studying Real Engine, and so it's like
Right, you're going out there.
it's so much.
What project you work on with the Grammy nominee?
Um,
Which
Israel Vibration, Reggae Nights.
okay. Oh, Israel.
Israel Vibration. It's
Reggae.
a
You ready to go
reggae.
from Jamaica?
Yeah, yeah, it's a reggae group from Jamaica. They're about 40 plus years in existence. It's
I
started
heard.
out with three men that had polio that was really frowned upon and taboo back in the early 60s, 70s.
Yeah, yeah. They're
And
one of the whole group. One of the whole time.
yeah,
Yeah,
man. And
yeah.
so and they were actually one of Bob Marley's favorite. Skelly and Wiss would talk about. I never met Apple, so it was Skelly, Wiss, Apple, and they all had this extra. They had this sound, this really
Mhm.
unique sound, and how they would do their harmonies,
We share that denominator.
which it was
Yeah.
2011.
There's a little, okay. I know they're around for a long time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I,
Israel,
I
Third
mixed their
World, all of
entire
those guys.
project before that.
Hmm.
Stamina worked on their whole project with that, which was produced by Tyrone Downey, which was a part of the Wailers. He was MD and keyboard player for the Wailers, Bob Marley and the Wailers. And
Hmm.
so he and I sat and we worked on that. And then the follow up album right after that was Rigging Nights. And so that's what got us the nomination. And so we appreciate that, and we
Yeah.
just keep working and pushing through.
You have to work on anything. I know we're gonna go to the Grace Trillers thing. Have you worked on any since you're around for a long time? Have you worked on any Grace Trillers songs?
Yes, so when I started with Grace Thrillers, they were just doing traditional gospel classics, which was
It's one of my
the
favorite
medley,
gospel group. For it.
yeah, the medley album. And so so I was, kind of, more than a fly on the wall. I was, apprentice, Prento on that, and then we actually got to do a couple recorded takes and things. And then shortly right after that, so they did the album, they toured it, and then I was at that time I was a resident engineer at the Grace Villas. So and I worked on everything else after that. Why? Um, what else? There's tons of other stuff. And then we did like Diane Barnett. We did Michelle Noel and the Lower Lights. Couple other groups that Grishulas were kind of producing or helping with their album and stuff. George Banton, I worked with him a lot
Okay.
at the time. Quite a few people. It's my early days and thing.
All right. We're gonna play that song, your each song, Rescue. Rescue Me. Right? We're gonna go into Rescue Me, and then when we come
Yeah,
back, we can, we can, we can talk about it. All right?
yeah.
Hallelujah.
Rescue Me right here. Grace Chillers remix, remix, remix. He saw my need and rescue me.
Rescue me. Rescue me. That is all I need. Was down in distress, but he heard my plea. With every air I breathe, I wanna thank him. He took me out of the valley deep. Many days me dey on me face, hoping and praying for a better way. But he picked me up from the miry clay and replaced my burden with amazing grace. God is so amazing. He restored my life and showered blessings. Just the way my life is coordinated. Let us out of praise keep resonating. He's all my need. He's all my need. He's all my need. No one else.
He saw my need and rescue me.
He's all my need and rescue me. Oh yes, rescue me. With a heart of gratitude, approach life with a brand new attitude. Me used to be in distress, my life was a mess. Now I'm soaring new heights of altitude. No, I don't worry, and I don't fret. Hallelujah.
So can you which part you comes in? The DJ part?
Which part? What?
Which part you sings in there? The DJ part?
No. So who's singing on the DJ is your Radic,
Uh-huh.
and then we have Samantha Gooden on the ad libs, and then in the bridge we have Shirley Willis,
Shirley
who's
Willis, the original part.
segment of uh, "He Saw My Needs." So
Yeah.
let's go back a little bit. So this song is close to be about 30 years old, and when it came out, it was a massive hit.
Yeah, but what out of all the Grace Thriller songs that I love, especially why this one?
Um, well, I could take the shorter route and said this was
The easiest one?
the no the the easiest one we could get clearance for.
Oh,
we were we were right
okay.
there. But Grace Chillers have so many hits, massive hits,
Mm-mm.
massive hits. They've done so many covers, and quite a
Yeah, yeah,
few that we would love and wanted to do their covers, and then we would have to go through quite a bit of things.
yeah.
And what we wanted to do was really, pardon me, to really showcase our very own Caribbean talent. That's what this is all about. Um, and so I had this because I worked with Grace Chillers. I would have had, inside knowledge on their catalog for
Yeah.
many years. I started with them like late 98, 99. And so I've always been like hearing their songs. That tape's real, you name it. And so for when I moved away and we still were like, they would schedule me when they were doing projects. I'd go in and kind of work on stuff. I said, man, I go to Noel Willis Jr. I said, man, would I love a sample, a Thriller song, which one, And so we always go through and like, maybe this one, maybe that one. And then move from Noel Willis Jr. to Noel Willis Sr. And he was still thinking like, maybe we could do this one and thing. And so, it never came to fruition. We paused it and, I moved away. from where I was, and just forget about it and thing. And so it came back up like, man, I really want to sample because nobody did it before. Nobody's ever sampled a Caribbean gospel thing. Now we've done covers. We've
Uh-huh.
sang over people's song, like sing a version of it. And,
But
oh,
nobody ever sample really sample a great shot.
nobody sampled it. And so, people even calling it remix. And that's something that I struggle with the team because we played a good portion of the chorus and usually sample is just pieces of it. But what we wanted to do is pay homage to them, and we
Hmm.
wanted to at least carry on that and
Yeah, it gives you some justice. Yeah.
so we never want, yeah, we did it justice. We didn't want to like just piece on it and kind of just, so we really said, hey, this is the better way. Because I was like, why is that gonna feel like people are gonna say let's remix this song, you know? And so, but it worked out well. And so, about a year or two, a year and a half ago, I connected with Grub Cooper, which is actually the writer of this song, and I connected the Willises again and say, hey, we're looking for see, this is, and we identifying us and narrow it down. I was like, Grub, what about this song, that song, that song? Because now I'm starting listening to all the songs and we're like,
Mhm.
okay, once I narrow down which songs, we could get clearance for and thing, I was like, okay, He Saw My Needs would have been that because that was a massive song as well. Um, and they absolutely love it. Everybody just loves it.
It's good, man. It's
Yeah.
sounding good. It's sounding brand new.
It
You
did
said
need me to be on there. I teamed up with Craig, Samantha, and we wanted to have a DJ spin on there, team up with Radic.
yeah,
We couldn't have done it with none of these people. Couldn't have done it without Radic being on there and just giving it that vibe. It's a fresh sound for him as well. And Samantha really was just the glue to kind of bring all of this together and just belt out and
yeah,
kind of do that. And we wanted to pay big respects to Shirley and
yeah,
Samantha
yeah.
in the court in the bridge. Pardon me. And that was it.
And it's so and her part in it, that's live, right?
Say again.
Her part in is live, so it's so
No,
like
this is the record. Everything is recorded.
okay,
It's a track with a lot of high degree of difficulty.
okay,
So we ripped the chorus from there and ripped the bridge, and we made the rhythm. Craig and I teamed up and work on that, and I sang some things on there, choruses and ad libs and harmonies. They're buried
mhm.
in there. Greg, that's one of them customer about like, oh, you just make that, it's like, it's just how it feels. It's not about me. It's really about the product and what God's kingdom is going to receive. I'm not saying if you heard me it would have made it any worse
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
potent, but it's not about that for me. For me, it's bringing the concept together and having it come to life because nobody else that's on this project saw this, and God showed me this 10 years ago, and so it's even a wonderful miracle that it came to fruition. So I appreciate Craig McDonald,
yeah.
Kim Rowe, and Samantha Gooden, and Shirley Willis, and Noel Willis, and
Good work, man. Good work.
and
Um,
everybody.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Good work. So, before I let you go, what you looking on future wise?
Plenty. Like so we have a remix coming of this song. There's tons of people want to put either their spin on it or their voice on it. And we have tons of um people's voice, like foreigner and big time people and
Uh-huh.
thing. And so we're kind of looking to see what's the right fit and who's the right fit and when is the right fit and when that's supposed to happen. So a remix is coming for it. And it's just going to take it to another level, just like how your listeners have probably never heard of me and thing. And
Yeah,
so
yeah,
this is going to go into another stratosphere of another listenership or another fan base of somebody else that really loves this song. What the song is doing, it's opening up now the conversation of Americans, Black Americans. Let's say, why come? Why come this? Nobody never did this. Like, how come
yeah.
nobody ever sampled Caribbean gospel music? Jay Z did. Clark Sisters, and so many others, you
Yeah,
know.
so many let's touch yeah.
But we never did it, and and so so it's really hard to really like break this barrier of trying to get the song. And so we appreciate your network for having us, and appreciate, even just last week we realized we were at number 10 on the charts.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the top 10 after now. So
Yeah,
after you're on the top 10. So
yeah, man. So I tell
yeah,
you, never
just
did on the charts yet in my life, so
no, but we play the top 10 every Saturday night, right? You know,
yeah,
we
man.
move the top 10, so
So,
you hit the chart now. So
yeah, man, we need to chat now,
you're doing good, buddy. Doing can do it,
but
doing
we
good.
are grateful. But the platform that you're helping us with is getting people to realize that there's gems in our music, and it's
Yeah,
not just 30-year-old classics. Even now we're doing really good music, and my hope is that our music will continue to grow in quality, and in execution and production. It's not just put it out because people are gonna like it.
yeah, and these
Don't
young
put
artists,
something because people are gonna like it. It's like
yeah,
we do the thing right. That's
yeah,
what's separating us from the international scene.
yeah, these young artists need to get them stuff right, put out the quality songs. So 20 years from now, somebody can go back to it and say, man, that's just like what you do now with the Grace Thrillers.
Yeah.
30-year-old song,
Listen, that isn't a sing over, right? And I'm flexing a little bit. That's ripping off of a high quality um, um, digital thing, and listen how good it stands up. That's 30 years old, and listen how good
oh,
those
oh,
vocals and the harmonies and
yeah,
the quality of it stand up. Some people, something can't even stand up for you to go past if you put it down to MP3. It starts picking and pulling apart.
yeah,
And so that's something for like me and Craig, we get excited about because the quality stood up so good that
yeah,
even because we had to put it through filters to get off the music. I don't know if people like understand like the degree of difficulty. We have to take the music, the vocals off the music,
yeah,
right? And it stood up just the same. And sometimes you do that, you can't, it can't stand up. So that's that's my mission as an engineer, audio engineer, mixing, mastering, restoration, and as a quality. Um, Director, is to really see where music can better, man, all across the board, not just Jamaican music, just Caribbean music in general. Stand up, and so if international people, person, company wants to say, hey, let's sample so and so, them not have to go back in there and go sing it over and
yeah.
recreate it. Like,
It's already been done. Yeah, it's already, yeah, yeah, man. So can no one thank you, man. Thank you for sharing your talent, your gift, and everything with us. And you know where to find us. Once you put the quality sounds out, we have it here.
yeah, man, appreciate the time,
Yeah,
and for having us on.
yeah, man. So God bless you, man, and we keep pushing the music. So we're gonna go into the top 10 now, and your
Yeah,
song is at the top, no, at the number 10. So it's still at the third. It's still at the third table.
yeah, man.
Anyway, yeah, man. So God bless you, man, and good to have you again, man.
Blessings, brother. Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
all right. Blessing to you, man.
Blessings to you and your listeners.
All right, man.
All right.
Need something I need, and rescue me. I'm telling you something brand new, brand new, brand new.
Rescue me.
Canute Ellis right here. Featured ready.
Gratitude. Approach life with a brand new attitude.
Samantha.
In a distress, my life was a mess, so I'm soaring you.
Mixing over the great Shelley.
No, I don't worry, and I don't fret. Well, right now, everything about me is blessed. Here is going up, I'm